again. Today what we're going to make is a crumble. Okay, there's guys that I know in work, especially Guy PJ, always asks how do you make a crumble. So today I'm going to quickly show you. It's not a hard dish to do. So I'm going to do an apple and mixed berry crumble. I feel this still has a bit of a Scottish theme to it, with fresh kind of berries. You can use frozen as well. That's from the Scottish larder, and I think mixed berries and apples together for me is the best crumble that you can buy. So again, you've seen in the photograph there, we're not using anything out of the ordinary, just a couple of tins of apples from the supermarket and butter, sugar and flour for the crumble. Doesn't matter if it's self-raising flour or plain flour, it will both still do the job. So here we go for the filling part. So we've got our tin of apple and we'll just open it up. We pour all this in. It's mega easy. I did actually expect this to be just the apples, not like in a sauce. So it wasn't quite what I was looking for, but there we go. We've got another tin here. So I'll show you this part first and then we'll go into the actual crumble part itself. Okay. So you see that? Quite a lot in there. You don't want it too thick. Okay. Now what else I'm going to add to this is a little bit of sugar as well, to sweeten it up a bit more. Sometimes tin fruit can be a little bit tart, and also I'm going to add in some ginger, because I think crumbles are nice if they have a little bit of spice and bite to it, especially this kind of time of year when it's getting darker at night and colder in the weather and it's windy outside. And in Scotland, well, we know all about that, so don't know about you guys wherever you're watching from. So just it's a gentle stir in. I'm going to put in a little bit more ginger because personally for me, I really like my ginger. A little bit more sugar. Mix this in. Here we go for the mixed berries that you saw a wee minute ago. So these are frozen ones. What I try and do is let most of the juice drain off it, so that it doesn't overpower the apples, because overall it's still more of a apple crumble than a berry crumble. So this is really just to kind of give it like a bit of an added flavour, a bit of a sauce. Okay. Just gentle pat down. I'm not really going to mix this all the way through it. And that is really it. So then you see this, the kind of juice, I'm going to not put that into it because I want it to be more on the apple side. So that's the filling part of the crumble done, and then we'll do the actual crumble topping. So now I've put the oven on, I've got a bowl out to mix in the crumble topping. Okay, so again, not really going to measure this, I'll let you see what's going into the bowl. So in here we probably have around about 200 grams of flour. Next I'm going to add in about a spoonful, a dessert spoonful of butter or margarine, maybe just another wee half one. And then roughly around, that's about 2 dessert spoonfuls if you do want to measure it, of caster sugar. So I'm just going to mix this in, work it into the form the crumble. The secret with the topping part is you don't want it too wet. If it's too wet, then what will happen is the crumble, once it's cooked, it will be too soft. You won't get a nice crunch in the crumble when it's cooked and you're eating your dessert. And then what will also happen is the fruit will be able to quite easily bubble up over the crumble, and the crumble will sort of melt down into your dessert. If it's too dry, then the person with a spoon isn't going to be able to cut through it that well, you know. And then the bottom part of the crumble will just soak up the juices of the cake. So that's kind of it. I'm quite happy with that. If you can see it, you can see that texture is, you know, it's dry, but it's not like big clumps, you know. So I'm able to press it together, but again it will just kind of crumble apart. So that's kind of what we're looking for here, for the crumble to go on top of the fruit mixture, okay? So now I'm going to put these items together. So here is a dish where we've got our fruit filling in, and then I'm just going to pour over some of this crumble mix. It's probably made a bit too much here, as I said. I'm not worrying too much about that. So, but at the minute you can see that's quite a thin layer of crumble, so I'm just going to use it all now. Spread this all over, and you have a choice now. You can either leave it quite kind of coarse, where you'll get more nice bits of actual crumble, or you can pat it down and it'll be more of a smoother finish. But with this crumble being sort of a Scottish theme, I quite like to keep it quite kind of rustic. And also, as a last piece to put onto this crumble, I've got some oats here. I'm just going to sprinkle on top, and for me, I just think this makes this dish absolutely perfect and gives it a very Scottish country Highland sort of taste to it. So there we go. That's the crumble put together. I'm going to put this into the oven now. The heat is roughly around 180 degrees, and that'll be ready in about 15 and 20 minutes, okay? Hi guys, okay, so we're about 20 minutes later on since the crumble went into the oven, so I'm just going to turn the oven off now and bring it out. See what it looks like. Put a wee wire rack there so I don't burn the counter. So here we go. That's it. A dessert crumble. You can see, just we feel at it, there's a good bit of firmness there, and it's not breaking through too easily. And then we'll dish it up and have a look at the inside of it. Okay. So really, that's kind of it. You see the crumble here in the bowl. Nice mixture of fruit with the crumble topping. It's not the best one I've ever made, I would say, but I was expecting the apples in the tin to be a bit more just solid pack, more apple than sauce, but nothing wrong with that. But that's what you're aiming for, and that's the crumble. So again, hope you like it. If you like the video, want to see more, keep following me on YouTube, Doodle Food, press like, subscribe, and until the next time, see you later. Cheers, bye.